Okay, and welcome to the stream. Just making sure things are on. Okay, the control. There we go. Before we start, it definitely has been a while. So I'm trying to remember what was the last thing that we left on. I know that we had the mansion up there, right? And I think we even met someone new in the mountains. Let me just check everybody here. Gus is taking care of this, that's fine. We'll just leave Gus in there. What's the... I gotta check the area in 824. Just make sure that the hotel's up and running. Because I don't think I have Gus in all those hotels. I even forgot that Gus, we have him as an assistant. But, as long as there's still, like, movement of people, we'll have, like, passive income. I will turn this on. But yeah. So I'm just gonna check all of the hotels before focusing on finishing the improvements up there, I think. I think we also have a quest from here. Oh, that's right, guess what the hygienic traits. I don't think we gotten any so far. Yeah, yep, the bedrooms. The interesting bedrooms that we made here. They're all empty! Wait, can I even accept quests? I guess hygienic traits. Okay, that's our first guy, guess with the hygienic traits. 27. Oh. She's gonna leave a bad review though. How do I increase the hygiene? We have 18 as the highest for hygienic. No, not played up. I kind of do want to play played up. It's just I will need to like either find people to play with or organize with my friends to play it, right? Which I think I stream like during this times because I think it's more convenient for people to be able to stop by, right? But if I were to stream with friends, right? It would probably definitely be towards later in the night. Probably like around 8 or something. Yeah, it's fun and hellish. Definitely pizza is one of the best things to make because it's so easy. I think one of the ones I would say is kind of like difficult is just meat because it's so easy to get lost, especially as you get rushed in by customers. And then if you start adding like sides or anything else, then yeah. But it's fun. Definitely fun. You get to see who's a Gordon Ramsay among friends. I'll take the first person, even though she might leave a bad review, just so that to see if that counts for the mission. I don't think I got it in Turkey just yet. Yeah, I don't think I got it in Turkey just yet. Pizza, salad, meat's the one that you start off with. I feel like I'm forgetting another recipe, but we haven't played with that one, so... 38. I think I need to find more recipes to make things either more comfortable or hygienic. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. But we'll have the people come in. Yeah! It usually never gives a really... For games that are like pretty old, sometimes you'll find really good deals on those games, right? But sometimes when there's like Steam sales or sales, yeah, let's go with Steam specifically, right? And let's say that like, oh, I wasn't able to get it because I was so busy like this entire week and I missed the sale. You could probably find it on Aneva. It depends on the seller. Sometimes they'll sell it higher than what was the Steam sale. Other times they'll actually like sell it lower or at the price. But yeah, that was a really good site for getting games. I think from Aneva, that's where I actually got the Outlast games. So yeah, it works. It's a good site. Oh my gosh, I haven't gone on Aneva for the longest time because I've just been there is like some leniency periods, but I just had to like give priority to other things. Oh, net spots. I haven't checked for ad spots. I checked for Steam, but you know what? That actually isn't a bad idea. Okay, it doesn't say that I had to give them a good experience. I just need to host 2 guests with the hygienic traits. So there's one. You know, something I would be interested in streaming would be the Dark Souls, right? And I actually have the Xbox disc for I think 2, so I need to find 1. Which I was thinking like maybe I'll find that online, but like looking at online, oh my gosh, it's that's like 5 pizzas. For the family? Is it Beholder? And you have had a drug yeah, is it Beholder? Yeah, I played partially on that one. Oh my gosh, the decisions are so difficult because it is like a little bit soul crushing. I think I finished the first game, and I went through several runs of it, so I don't know if I actually got all of the endings right, but I went through like the ending where like you can't escape, and then the one that you make it out. Yeah, cause like you don't wanna like turn down your boy, right? Like you wanna hype him up, right? But man, you gotta save up like that the money for like the medicine or for some other stuff. And I think it is a game where like you gotta go through it first, and then you just get crushed absolutely because of lack of knowledge. And then into the second playthrough, you do better because you start testing things out. I haven't... Okay, so I haven't seen the Walking Dead game, and I haven't played it either. But I am curious about it. Because I heard that like the stories are like really like... They really get to you. Oh, I know, because he's so nice. Like, he is a generally, like, a good person, but, he just... Man, that he had terrible luck in that situation. But there is no right answer. Yeah, there's so many games that I want to give a try to, but like, I don't have a lot. I don't have enough time. Oh my gosh. I ran out of space? Wait. No. There we go. I think I seen I was either Instagram or TikTok, but I think I seen a clip of that. That they're is it like they're gonna sit down to eat and then it turns out that the food might be like very, very questionable. Oh, when did I get this? Wait, is this for here? Oh, I don't think I finished restructuring here. Yeah, and so like, oh yeah, saying like, oh, you're so ungrateful that like we took you in and we gave you food and this is how you decide to like talk to us, right? And then it turns out that it's like human meat or something. So no bedrooms can be next to the kitchen. Because that gives a negative decor. I think I can build a room in this bottom corner right here. But yeah, I just know snippets about some of those things because it'll just pop up in my For You page. But yeah, man, maybe I should change the location of the kitchen. I gotta change the location of the kitchen. What? Alright, I'll see if I can get the game. It might take me a while to like play it though, because there's definitely a backlog. I haven't even finished Hades yet. Like I defeated Hades already, right? But you know how there's like more to it that you can still play after you defeat Hades? I still haven't finished some parts of that. And then my friends they keep like they say that I have to like play Halo, right? So after finishing Hollow Knight, I was actually gonna play Halo to see the hype about it, because that's something like that they're invested or they're interested in. I don't actually remember, but I think I beat Hades maybe somewhere between the 15 and the 20 something run. It's in essence every single time that I went to fight Hades, right? My best weapon was the gun or the gloves. Because what I would do is that I would get the gun, and then I would like try to get the benefits from Dionysus and Persephone. So it just became a situation where like I would just keep bombing him and then like just reducing the damage overall. It was like it's a really good combination, the two of those. So that's what ended up being my default for like the gun. I mean, part of like playing Halo is also for the memes. Because I've been told I'm a bad shooter in games, right? Although to be fair, I don't like I don't play a lot of I think that's a better idea actually. Here, let me. Absolutely. So I think this is a better idea. I'm gonna turn this into the bedroom. So I'm just gonna change the location of the two places and have the dining room be like right here at the front, and then have like a bedroom in the bathroom. Yeah, one of my favorite bones was definitely Dionysus. Hermes was also one of my favorite bones as well. Yeah, but I've been told that I'm not like the best shooter. I'll take it because like I don't play a lot of shooter games in general. But me going through the Halo campaign by myself is just essentially that. Like I'll I think I can make this narrower. Testing how badly I do or how well it goes. Yeah, because Hermes bones were like in essence he gave you speed. I think extra gold if that's what like you were looking for, right? So this is about 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how did I break this out? Ooh. Wait. How? Wait. How? I didn't even do anything that was like odd. I was just counting. Oh, because sometimes that happens to me in games as well. I'll get like random things that happen. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna remove some of these things so I can Oh, this is gonna be so much bigger if I do it this way. But we'll see if I can make it better this way. There's a... I think the Playhouse or something like that games. And he has a series of games where like they're like a bunch of horror games, the loud or scary type of horror games. Like what? I try to remember the names, but like they just go I just forget, but Get Out of the House, I think is one of them, and then there's like one with a nun, and then there's another one like no, convenience store is such a Gillette's. Although I think he also has a convenience store one. But that game, because of like again, another friend like wanted me to like, they wanted to see me play the game because they never like seen me play horror games, and so like they were just like, I think you'll get scared, and I'm like, probably not. But while playing that game, rather than get scared, I got so angry because I got soft locked in the game. I was doing so well. I was doing perfect in essence, right? Like hiding from the killer, completing objectives, right? And then I got soft locked. So more than like more than scared, I was like so angry about that. It's that like in the Get Out of the House or something like that. It's that sequence where you have like a lockpick and you have to like toggle it or try to like actually like get the lockpick. So like there is like a small animation, right? And if you fail, like you drop the lockpick, right? So I failed doing that, right? And it just went through the ground. It disappeared. And like it didn't respawn in any other location, even though I went like looking for it. And because of that, like I couldn't make any more progress. Thought there was like more. So it should fit, but I guess not. So it was just like it was definitely an upsetting situation. Welcome to Hanwell? I haven't heard of it. The one that I've been looking forward to doing, but I haven't played it at all, right? Because I want to get the second game so I can play both of them back to back. It's Pathologic. Because I looked at the Steam store, right? And it looks so interesting. Like, sometimes I like games that require that you make difficult decisions, right? So Pathologic seems like right at that type of gameplay. Yeah, there's also like yeah, seeing the Fear and Hunger. I will be down to like play Fear and Hunger, but I would need to like do some modifications first before like if I were to play on stream. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon. I haven't gotten to the end of Darkest Dungeon yet, because I played. I stopped playing the game for like a while. Then I delete my save and then I start a new run. But that's also because I'm like playing with mods as well. So I'm like, no, I should like beat the game vanilla. I place it. If I place it like this, it should be fine. I could get this on this other side. I guess not. Not even if I rotate it? Oh, I guess not. This is just a lonely table then. Then take the cat home. I'm gonna need to write like a list of games. Again, I do have like some games lined up, right? But like sometimes, even though you have like things are available, right? You just don't know where to start. Or place it like that, and then place this one like this. Okay, but never mind. We wanna keep this. And I'm missing a door. I know about like is it actually called That's Not My Neighbor? But I know about that game, and I think it went through a revamp, and so like it's way different from what it used to be. But like I wanna add windows. Okay, well, let me add windows. Because the windows here are nice. That's why I've been trying to save this area. Maybe we'll do it like this. Yep. And then we'll leave it like this. No, I just need like the official names. And maybe like the developer, because sometimes some games have very similar names to each other, and so it's easy to get like confused between developers, right? I just opened my notebook right now, and then I saw my notes for like I think it's called. Okay, do you know the game Therapy without their Alberts? The same developer made this other game, The Mystery of Vincent, I think, or something like that. And so during that game, they actually have a little quiz that they make you go through to like be able to progress, right? To pay attention in the game. And because of that game, as a general rule, if there's information that's presented to me in the game, I just write it down in a notebook in case I get quizzed on that. But yeah, I just saw that. Technically it's a horror game, but it's kind of like more of a mystery game. I enjoy it very much. Alright. Let me write that down. I wish I could stream more so I can play like more of the games, right? Or like, yeah, like more variety. How I used to have it like 4 days. Yeah, I was streaming for 4 days. 3 of those days were like serious games, and then the last day was just like shorter games. But since I had to break essentially my week and a half between streaming and work, technically I could maybe do it adding that fourth day, but it will become too much. Because in essence that will become like the entire week becomes busy. So in theory, I only have 1 day of leniency, like or a break. But like I still like streaming by itself is still pretty enjoyable. think I played something like that, but I played it on my mobile, like on my phone. It's like, yeah, a mushroom girlfriend, and there's like variations of that as well. So, because you have like the mushroom girlfriend, you have the zombie boyfriend, and you have like the eldritch flesh. I think it's boyfriend. Yeah. So I seen a lot of those. I did play one. I think I actually played both of them, the mushroom one and the zombie one. They're like pretty. They're pretty straightforward, but the plot's pretty interesting. So depending on how you grow them, you get different endings, which I always enjoy that in games. Like if there's multiple endings. Actually, let me cancel. Yeah, and I think I have an idea of what I can do. Build room. I think I could do it like this. Then I think it's far away, or enough of it from the kitchen, so it shouldn't get the penalty. But I can build a room here, the bathroom, and then build a corner room here. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Could even impose a little bit on the hallway, so that this is a hallway. Might I be doing it a little too much? We'll see. Oh, corpse party. I didn't. I kind of know about like some of the gameplay that goes into it, but I didn't really play it or see it. What I do know about it is just from like the anime itself. Oh, corpse party is so old. Then I need a door, but there's some other things that go into the bedroom decoration. I do this, filter, furniture. I don't have a lot of furniture with me. Simple mirror can definitely go here. That's a bedroom item. We'll put it there. Nice. Guitar stand and the moose carving. I just want to put them in the dining room. Oni is also one of the older ones. Oh man. I think Ayo only has. Does it have multiple endings? Ayo Oni? I think I only seen people get like similar endings. No. I gotta add a door to this. And then it should be fine. Let me rotate this door. It is close enough to the kitchen. No! damn it. Because usually when I have a bathroom in between the bedrooms, so they both get the hygienic quality out of that, right? But this bedroom is too close to the kitchen. And the thing I could do is build a bathroom. Because even placing a bedroom beneath the stairs might be small. Yeah, discard the changes. I need to move the kitchen. The kitchen is not allowing me to do things. Stranger story. So Stranger Story? Is it the Life is Strange or is that a different game entirely? You know what? I'll make the kitchen here then. Oh my gosh, that radius is actually pretty large. Cancel. We'll make our kitchen a little sizable, but we'll put probably a bigger bedroom here and then like a bathroom here so that it gives the paths to both. Alright, just wanna put things in. There we go. Remove object, remove. We'll get rid of the kitchen, because we're moving the kitchen overall. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Man, I definitely know about some of these games, because I remember like seeing them in high school, right? But I think it's been so long that like even if I was invested in the story or like even if I watch a complete playthrough, I don't remember full details about them, right? Because I think during that time period, you had AO Oni, you had a Corpse Party, Id, I think. What's one of them? I think Witch's House was the other game. But you had a lot of games that were very similar to each other. Mad Fodder, yeah. Gotta go. Wait. No, I'm still building. I gotta go into the kitchen. Filter. I think it might be worthwhile to like cast iron stove. I think eventually I can get rid of the cast iron stove. There should be an upgrade for it. Cutting board, we'll place it right next to each other. Refrigerator. Place it this way. Rotate this. Yeah, that's true. Man, it's been just puts into perspective like how time passes by. That should be the tag. Technically, I just need a door. It's just I'm trying to get through some of my other items. But now we definitely had a shift in the way that games are. There's definitely a lot of RPG Maker type of games, right? A lot of focus on horror and that. But they definitely have changed as how it is now. Yeah, it's it's been wild. I still kind of watch Markiplier, but I haven't been watching a lot of content, to be honest. I've been reading a lot of content, but that's also because of like the schedule that like I've been working with, right? So school, since I would have to like wait, and I didn't like have like a really good like study place. I kept like moving around from like place to place, right? It wasn't convenient to like carry my my charger or like anything like that because it wasn't even guaranteed that I could have like a charging spot. So I would just try to save my phone battery by like by reading instead of like yeah, by reading instead of like watching, because the battery drains faster when you watch videos. Zombieland Saga. I think anime-wise, the things I've been into probably not probably not exactly isekai, but there's like a comedy animes I've been invested in, and then there's and they're not like serious, but like story focus, if that makes sense. Like inherently all anime is story focus. It's just that like how focused it is, it's it varies between the series, right? Because some series are like more like lighthearted or like they're more fan service, right? So it takes a while to get through the story, and then some other series are definitely like they slap you across with like a glove. Like Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of those anime that like slaps the readers. But sometimes you need that, right? Because it just gives more like gravity or more seriousness to like the world of the story, right? Where like it's not like your typical like, oh well, the hero conquers all and his friends suffer no consequences for their actions, right? Like it doesn't even have to be the fact that they make mistakes, but the villains are so like bad that they're just able to get like the upper hand on them. So Jujutsu Kaisen's one of those that's been enjoyable. Like even if it makes readers mad or viewers mad, because sometimes you need to get you need to deny people what they want to give like more importance or significance to the story. Oh, that's where I heard it from. Okay, okay. Okay, so yeah, I think I saw it in a review. I just haven't gotten to watching it. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I sound like I'm busy a lot, which sometimes it doesn't have to be so anything that's like difficult, right? It's just that there's things that I'm the better person to like take care of those things, right? And so I just end up getting loaded with work. Yeah, just end up getting loaded with work, right? And it just backlogs, and so that's essentially what yeah, that's what ends up happening a lot of times. We'll do it this way. We'll like make the bedroom this way. And then we'll like add a bathroom either here or here. And a human boyfriend. Man, sometimes I have like kept up with like some of the new series, right? Although I kind of wish that some of the older series will be picked up again. I'm not exactly sure what happened to this manga, right? But I thought it was like pretty interesting, right? I don't remember entirely the name of it. I think it's like I'm a Liar or something like that. And it's this guy that has like dedicated himself to like become the best liar in the world. And people usually like judge him because of like, well, you're trying to be like a scammer, right? Like, wait, there's a better. Like, you're trying to become a scammer, like, why should I trust you, yada yada, right? And through like lying or through scamming, right? He actually saves people, right? And like the reason why he decided to become like a scammer, right? Is because he was scammed, and because of the scam, right? He lost his family and his home. And so like he just kind of said to himself like, I am gonna scam people, but like I'm gonna scam people so that I can help them out. Like instead of like a bad scammer getting to them, I'll quote unquote scam them, but I'm actually like helping out. I haven't made a cursed bedroom. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think Larry's game is the one where like they place money and they had to like essentially go through rounds, and they get either a bigger debt or they get to like leave with like cash. But people are greedy, and so they just keep on playing, which puts them in like a worse off debt. It's just the stakes of those series are like what makes them really interesting. Because do you just cash out with the earnings that you have, or are you greedy and you try to like oh wait, there's one thing I had to place down. Or are you greedy and then you just try to like get the most out of it by like, in that sense, you just screw yourself because of that greed. Please. Door? Door in? Door where? I forgot to place a door. Wait. Leave this one there. Now room. Yeah, I would just go with hygiene. I removed doors from places and now nobody can get in. Oh boy. Got a door. Please. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I need to add the food back. $13 to life. Did I put these in the wrong location? I don't think I did. Just need to make sure that these things have food. Put the teas in the same tray. Mushroom soup, popcorn. Yes, the fresh apples. Put the strawberries. Yeah, I remember organize. It's chaotic, but there is some organization in the shenanigans that I make. I've been playing Played Up on PC because that's where I have it available. Xbox, I don't think I have any party games on Xbox. Well, Viva Pinata counts as a party game, actually. They were kind of interesting because you would think that's like, oh, it's just pure fiction, like it's just for the drama, right? But like there have actually been like real life situations of people doing that type of thing. Where I think there was a case of a man that like essentially was participating in a game show, right? Where he had nothing to him, right? Like he was given absolutely nothing, and he had to make things work through coupons or like winning through mail. Okay, we're back. Before moving forward, I'm going to check if there's any shenanigans on Twitch. Because the message that I got from when I disconnected, right, was that you could not find credentials. That's a little concerning. What does that mean? I hope nothing bad. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. I thought it was my internet for a moment, and I'm like, did it crash? Did the cat disconnect the internet? No, something else entirely. Why can't we have normal problems? Steam key issue? Although, it's kind of weird because like a bear and breakfast I got it normally from Steam. Yeah. Alright, I'm down to like chat with viewers, right? Because it just creates like a friendly environment, right? And it's also like, oh, the conversations that you can have with people are like very interesting and like it is enjoyable, right? The one thing I do hesitate sometimes is like playing with viewers, right? Because I always have said this, right? Sometimes when you take actions, right, you want to take actions so that you avoid problems in the future, right? Because think about it like getting sick, right? Usually you want to like have a healthy lifestyle so that you avoid getting sick, right? Let me place the door here so that you avoid getting sick, right? Man, this configuration is kind of sad. This is a cursed bathroom now. But and I think it's you wanna avoid getting sick by like eating healthy, doing things to like help you out, right? And I think it's kind of similar for like when it comes to like doing anything in life, right? You wanna avoid a problem rather than like potentially deal with a problem. Well, like maybe no, don't discard that. Let's see. So maybe like for example, like playing with you wouldn't be problematic, let's say, right? But then let's say in the future, oh, I don't know, more people start to join, stuff like that, right? And then we just have an issue where like maybe it becomes an expectation or something like that, right? Now, I have to reap my own consequences for doing something like that. So if I do play with viewers, I wanna play as a group. So like, either probably like a Fall Guys type of situation, or like what's another party game that like viewers can join in? I mean, Cult of the Lamb is kind of like a little bit iffy because viewers don't play, but they can add their characters. But yeah, so I don't think it's an issue right now because like I'm still like relatively small, so like things are more like casual, right? But oh my gosh, seeing some of the things that have happened like at the start of this year and like in the other parts of the year, like last year, I want to say that I'm not like too wrong and like maybe establishing that rule for myself and trying to like maintain it that way, because I'm not trying to talk about drama because it's not my place to talk about drama, right? But I could just watch other people and like learn from them as well, right? And I will say that a lot of mistakes were made in part of last year and then this year with some content creators. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have encountered stories like that. I don't think... No, we did have a stalker. I didn't have a stalker. My sister did. Yeah, we definitely have stories like that in the family, so that's also why I think of like my own hesitation as well. Let me add some guests here, so like a little extra income can be made. Well, we'll just take like regular guests. One of the rooms is like pretty like minimum. We'll put him in bedroom 5. Yeah, because all of the other rooms are like really well decorated, except for like I think 2 or 3 rooms. Put her in. Good. 12 food. I just gotta make sure that like the food's well stocked. But taking people in, right? And this location's loaded, so I should be able to be off it for a bit. the sometimes interesting situations really happen like that. They make for like stories to tell, but like, man, are they like how do you respond to that? But again, we entered like we entered to a place like, can I talk about this? Because like, it's not my story, it's someone else's story, right? But then like, it is a story. But since I tend to be a cautious person, I don't really run into situations like this. Again, because my policy is like, prevent the problem, don't deal with a problem, right? So if you see it that it could potentially become an issue, right? Just nip it at the bud. But sometimes my sisters aren't like that, right? And they're like, well, it's just a little fun, or it's just for like the lull of it, or like yeah, just for the fun, right? And then bam, situation. And right now that you mentioned like marriage proposal, right? Yeah, one of my sisters, she got a marriage proposal from like a guy she was talking to, right? But he was like very intense about it. He's all like, so we're gonna get married essentially tomorrow, and like we're gonna have like this many kids, and I expect you to behave like this, and yada yada, right? And my sister was like, whoa. But the guy, when they were talking, right, the guy had told her like, oh yeah, I got my ex-girlfriend pregnant, so I'm just like letting you know ahead of time or something like that. And like, I'm still not over my ex, and you like look a lot like her, so it was like, yeah, it was like hella messy. Which again becomes like a story to tell, but when you're dealing with that situation, it's like, oh my gosh, like, how do you even react? How do you even respond? Level 3 bedroom in A24, hygienic trait, the ski cabin. But so that's one story, and I think that's one marriage proposal. I had to, I'm like trying not to name my sisters, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to incriminate them, but like she gets gotten a couple marriage proposals, like each one tied with its own story, right? And even though like my sister is a bit like chaotic or like messy, right? Thankfully she does Euler scared. At least she does pay a little bit of attention to like advice or warnings that I give her, right? So she doesn't like, she does essentially like get involved in drama, but she doesn't like let it escalate once it reaches like a certain point. So at least I'm kind of glad about that. Cause oh my gosh, again, sometimes you guys have seen the shenanigans that happen on stream, or like I think some of the stories I've talked about, right? But myself, I am the most tame in my family, especially when it comes to stories like this, right? Like, I'm pretty like calm, and shenanigans do go wild with the rest of my family. There really isn't like a good place to start. They become individual stories that do kind of like get tied to each other. If I were to write them in a book, right, I will have a telenovela. I have an entire ass drama there. But it will be difficult to write because it isn't like linear, it isn't like clean, it's like very messy. It's kind of like how I told the other story about my how my great-grandpa and my great-grandma met, right? Because my great-grandpa is not my grandpa's biological dad. But everybody loved him because he was a very like nice man, right? But the story between my biological great grandpa and great grandma, it is like wild. But then when you like think about it, it was a wild period. It was during a war, but just that individual story during like a wartime, it's something. And then that's just like the relationship that my great grandma has with my great grandpa, right? There's also like the individual stories that like great grandma has from living during that time period. Like she used to come from a family of like I think 12 or 13 kids, and I think she was, if not the only survivor, like one of the few. Like from going down to 13 to like less than 5, less than 3, I even think. And there are definitely wild stories. Yeah, no, I think it's at least in my case, it really comes down to like how the world has changed, and it has changed pretty like pretty wildly. Like we essentially update technology every 10 years, right? But it didn't used to be like that. It would like take a while to update technology. So almost every 10 years you get like a new time period. Because you had the wars, and then you had the introduction of the computers, I think. And then well, you had globalization, you had computers, then you had like the internet, and it just a lot of things that like influence how like how individual stories happen. Because I still remember some of the older technology, right? But my sister does not recognize it at all, right? Because she never came across it, even though like I've experienced it, my older sister has experienced it, but my younger sister never got to see it. Sort of, like each generation has their own conflicts, right? And it also depends on region, right? At least, for example, in America, right? Well, they might have access to like internet and like a lot of utilities that like maybe back in the day grandpa didn't used to have, right? They also are exposed to like their own different types of dangers. Yeah, they're also exposed to their own different types of dangers, right? Because before, like, grandpa wouldn't have to worry about, like, being a controversial topic here, so, like, oh, but grandpa didn't have to worry about being, like, shot by his own classmates if he ever decided to go to school, right? Although they used to skip school pretty often back then, but, like, that wasn't a concern. And now, present time in America, right, that, like, it's not really something that's kind of, like, thought about on a daily, right? But there's always like that lingering like thought that like, man, I could go to classes, be minding my own business, and then a school shooting can happen. Or like there's a weirdo that like gets into the school and like starts threatening students. So like even though they have the internet or like some of those utilities, they also had this new situation that wasn't an issue before. And I think this situation is particular to America. I'm not too sure about like other countries, but definitely something that's present in America. That even like elementary school kids had to be taught to deal with those situations. And I won't say much about how they are taught how to deal with those situations, but I would definitely recommend like looking into what their training is, and it gives you an idea of what the reality for some of these kids are, right? Because I'll say some of the way that they're instructed, it's kind of fucked up, which you can definitely understand the logic behind it, which is like trying to like have more time for like emergency to come in, but it shouldn't have to be like this, or shouldn't be a situation that exists as it is, right? Uh, but yeah, like each generation has their own conflicts that are very particular to like their time period and depending on the technology that's available. Yeah, and so like right now we have more access to information, so people in general are better informed, right? And you're able to like you're definitely overloaded with information, and being overloaded with so much information can definitely put people in a very tough psychological space. Because like maybe you're someone that has high amounts of sympathy, right? But then you see like, oh, this person got beaten this afternoon in the Dennis Fargy lot, or like this incident happened, this incident happened, this incident happened, this incident happened, and then you're just kind of like, man, I feel bad for them, but there's nothing I can do there. That, and so like now I'm just stuck with the feeling of being sad about it without a good way to like resolve it, right? So people get overwhelmed, but just as how you can get overwhelmed like with news like that, you can also use like the information to help yourself out, right? Because for example, like when it came to, let's say, parenting, right? There wasn't really like a good way to figure out any parenting, right? Oh, because they weren't able to like just type into Google, my baby's crying nonstop and I don't know what to do about it, right? But now you can, and Google can tell you, oh, if his face is red, if he has a fever, right? It could be this and that. If they just ate, try to like pat them on the back, try to burp them. Which, again, you definitely have new problems that arise across time. So like I can definitely see how, and this is why like generations have conflict with each other, right? Because problems that are probably relevant today don't necessarily mean that they were relevant back then, and vice versa, right? And I can see how it's frustrating for maybe like older generations where like they want to give their wisdom to the younger generations, and how it's frustrating for the younger generations to receive this wisdom if it doesn't apply well to the current situation, right? Because you goes to the phrase like, back in my day, I used to walk everywhere and I was perfectly fine. Yeah, Grandpa, but every locations were built closer to each other just because there wasn't good transportation. Yes, Grandpa, like you could do that, right? But currently, I can't do that because now there's a bunch of warehouses in between me and the places that I need to get to, and I can't simply walk because the distance is too far. Like, I understand what you're trying to say, Grandpa, that like, oh, you gotta do it by yourself, but it's not viable anymore. Yeah, in close communities, but now because of globalization and capitalism, right? You don't have close communities anymore. You have nuclear families. So if a family has a problem, it usually means that the family itself has to deal with that problem. They can't ask the neighbor because the neighbor's in the same situation. They're because due to like the way the work is now, and like the demand for like keep on working or like more and more, right? There isn't like a way for like communities to be formed. So you have like a lot of things that socioeconomically, like technology wise, and it definitely affects people. Yeah, and yeah, my mom was like that as well. Like I wasn't allowed often on the street to play with other kids because my mom was the type of mom that was like, oh, well, I don't trust their parents. Like if you want to play, you can only play like in my side or like close to the house. You can't like go anywhere else, right? Which was kind of sad because like, oh man, I wanted to like go and play in the creek with the other kids because it looks fun. It looks interesting, right? But it also goes with like their own experiences as well. Because where we were at the moment, right? Apparently, there were gangs in the area, and I didn't really like ever see them, right? But one of her neighbors was like a gang member or something like that. So my mom was kind of like, she was careful about that. She was worried about it. But I actually interacted with the neighbor, and he was a very nice man. He gave me a bunny. Yeah, that's how I remember him. Because he gave me a bunny, which I named Fluffy. Yeah, and people are fascinated. Like, if you try to understand like why, it's very fascinating, and it becomes very complicated as well. Because why? Have you ever seen that interaction that sometimes like a kid and an adult will like talk to each other, and the kid's like asking why repeatedly? That's what it feels like trying to understand people. Why? But why? But why? Right? So like, why was she afraid that like I was straight too far from the house? Well, oh, because there was a gang member nearby, right? But he's such a nice man. Like, why did you see him like in such a negative light, right? Even though like he was a nice man, right? Oh, well, it's because like growing up in where we, yeah, growing up in her own neighborhood, right? When she was a kid, they had already issues with gang members, and like those people were like that nice. But then why were there gang members? Oh, well, the economy hit a crisis and people became desperate, so they started to form gangs. But why did the economy go this way? And so it just becomes a whole quest in trying to like understand what's happening. Yeah, I was the type of kid as well that like I could tell who was walking or who was in the house by their steps, because steps have a different weight to depending on each person. My parents don't have like silent steps, right? But the steps of my dad are much more heavier than like my mom's steps. But I need to give a voice to this character. He looks so miserable. I guess I would just give him a little bit of a scratchy voice. Everything's cold here, even the cold. You can't have peace and quiet on the outside if it's noisy on the inside. Oh, it's a wisdom. Oh, can we like do something for him? Can we repair it? He looks kind of sick though. Like I want to do something nice for him. But yeah, it's just how I see it. The world is kind of both interesting and boring at the same time. Because sometimes I get bored, and that's why like I end up overloading myself too much with activities, right? But then I'm kind of fine with that because that means that I have something to do, right? Which is something I had to fix, so I had to work on myself about that. Because I had to constantly be doing something, and that's not good on the long run. Because that's how you burn yourself out easily. Oh wait, who's this? In the sweater, even my fleece could use an extra layer. But just you can also find anything to like entertain yourself with, because there's so many things in the world that exist, right? Like if you're bored, it could be possible that the boredom comes from familiarity with your surroundings, or and you could definitely give yourself like a new perspective on like trying to see it from like okay, so sometimes you can get new perspective by being stupid. Because if you take things too seriously, you get like so hung up on like the gravity of it, or like on the seriousness of it, that you don't see from different perspectives, right? So you just gotta be stupid for a moment, right? And just go like start asking questions as if like you lost your memory and you have no way to like interact with the world, right? Like, oh, I know this is a flower, right? But how does it work? Can you eat this flower? Wait, you can't eat this flower, but like, why can't eat it if so pretty? You're telling me that like flowers are like very pretty, are actually like really bad to eat? But then what are good flowers to eat? And then you just go off on a tangent, and it just it can make your day definitely much more interesting. It's a Christmas tree right here. Yeah, and it's okay to like worry about your own problems, because like of course you have them, and of course the person next to you has them, right? But if you get hung up on your own problems so much, right? Sometimes you ignore the problems that are like next to you, and maybe by like interacting with each other, or like trying to like get the stories out of other people, you find the answer to your own problems. Which I think is why like the phrase like misery loves company exists, right? It's not that like misery likes, you can interpret it two ways actually. The misery likes company is like, oh, someone that's miserable wants to see someone else be miserable with them, right? But you can also interpret it that like someone that's miserable wants to find someone else that's miserable, so that they can like console each other in their misery. Yeah, I would definitely recommend talking to people, and that actually makes characters like more interesting, and more like oh yeah, the garbage please. Yeah, it makes the characters more interesting, and more like a good story will make you get attached to characters and their circumstances, right? And if something happens to that character, people will feel for that character, or they will cheer for them, right? Oh, I need to like add some food into the place, because there's a lot of people there, and food probably might run out if I don't go serve up some more food. I don't repair this yet. I need to repair the cabin. Oh, hey. Yeah, and you can interpret it as like, I guess, yeah, I usually see it in those two perspectives, right? Like, it means that like someone that's miserable wants other people to feel like their misery or their pain, right? And they will lash out and make other people miserable so that they feel better, right? Or you can also interpret it as like someone that's in pain and miserable, right? Just wants like to be understood, or to find like a solution to the pain, right? And they'll try to find someone in the same circumstance so that they can think about it together and try to fix the problem. But yeah, talking to people gives you like those perspectives that like you never really thought about, because it's so easy to get hung up on like what other people say about others, right? That you don't take into consideration like, oh, well, actually this is the reality of it. For example, like homelessness in the United States, a lot of people think it's people that made like their own poor decisions, right? But in the pandemic, a lot of families lost their home due to like being unable to work. So rent wasn't paid, and the landlords weren't any nicer during the pandemic. So they actually started kicking people out, and they even increased rent prices in a time where people weren't making income. So it just became a very unlivable situation for a good portion of people. But even before the pandemic, homelessness wasn't... A good portion of it was from people that had already gone to circumstances similar like that. Where, for example, they lost their home mortgage and they got kicked out of their house, right? But they invested everything into trying to get that house. So they literally were left on the streets. And then part of the homelessness was kids in difficult situations running away from home. But usually when people talk about homelessness, right, they'll like say, oh, it's people that like they got addicted, or like that they deserve what happened to them because of their own poor like decision making. But that's if you're seeing things in a harsh perspective, right? But even if it was like people that became addicted, we go back to the game of like why, right? Well, why did this person become addicted? And why do we treat people with addiction like this? Or like, why? So, if you just add why, like if you just go off like a kid, right? Like saying why, right? It definitely makes it gives you more perspective into like an entire situation. Why drive to paradise when you can fly? Automobile trade-ins now available. Only applies to one-way tickets or less. Hello, I think I'm freezing my tail off. We here at Palm Voyage are committed to offer only the utmost standard experience to our valuable customers, which is why this location will be featured breakthrough advancements in the hospitality industry, above freezing temperatures. Please return once a suitable venue has been established. I think I have the materials to repair it. Yep, it's clear garbage. This ski resort, it's kind of interesting, the layout of it. Man, if with a simple layout, I already kind of screw up how I lay it out, right? What do you think I'm gonna do with an L-shaped layout? Yeah, there's also that. It's just that, like, and there's some people that definitely take advantage of it, right? But it becomes of a situation of like, if you're trying to punish the people that took advantage of it, right? You're willing to like punish the people that were like in a tough situation because of circumstances, right? Is it worthwhile to have the other people as collateral damage? Because regardless of the situation exists, if you punish the people, right? So you're just punishing, but like it doesn't actually help solve the problem, right? Which you can put like limitations or conditions to a situation so that people like maybe don't take too much advantage of it, right? But we have a lot of things that go into like some of the decision making. Because there used to be a program, I think in Los Angeles, where, and I know this because of the Cecil Hotel. So the Cecil Hotel, before it became a hotel, right? It used to be a building that how do I explain this? Okay, so it was a program that for people that were homeless or that couldn't afford like regular rent, right? they will be allowed to stay in the building, have their own room, for like minimum price or for free. And I think it was kind of like yeah, like a program to help like reduce homelessness or to help people out. But there was definitely some people that took advantage of it, and so they just use it kind of as their permanent place to live. But there were also some other people that benefited from it, like students, right? Because typically students don't have like that income to like yeah, they don't have that type of income to like try to rent their own place. And if it was close to their school, like well, it just worked out. But that isn't a bad idea. It's just like reworking the program. So, because people, or at least humans, any creature will always be of convenience, right? No, I actually enjoy talking about these topics. Before committing to studying art, right? I was actually gonna try to study sociology. There were just some complications, and it didn't work out. And I'm like, oh, you know what? This doesn't work out because of this. You know what? I'll make it work this other way. And I decided, like, since whenever anything happens, I always come back to art, and I've been doing it for so many years, and I just don't drop it. I've been pretty consistent with it, even if I take breaks from it. I think art is just like the career for me to take, because I know that I've committed to it enough so that if things become complicated, I'll be able to push through. And yeah, I did finish my art diploma in this is in June, right? The stream like buffers, so like it's just like been giving like issues. Thankfully, hasn't interrupted the recording, so it should be in one piece on YouTube, I think. But it'll be multiple pieces in Twitch, probably. If we'll like try to get the cabin running and like try to get some of our tasks done. That might be pretty good progress for the game. But yeah, I was into sociology, and because I'll put it this way, I've definitely been collateral for these type of issues. Collateral damage, right? Even though I haven't made decisions on any of those type of things, right? I've definitely been hit with the effects of them, right? And I think it just becomes fascinating to like understand like understand the why. Because there's so much that goes into it, and like unless you're looking for it, you don't see it. Oh, well, thank you for the offer. But yeah, I definitely enjoy talking about these issues because again, they're like so fascinating, especially when like you can feel like bummed out about like certain situations, but then like if you can make a mess of a situation, you can also look at this mess to figure out how to like make it into a better situation. So on the topic of homelessness, I think the hostels or what the Cecile Hotel was beforehand, right, was a good idea, but there had to be a little more into it, because any living creature is a creature of convenience, right? And they will always try to like take the easy way out, typically. So sometimes you have to like create a bit of a sense of urgency for to motivate people into like doing more, right? But how you do that, you can look at several studies to figure it out. I think one of the good examples that you can look at is at the prison system in the Nordic countries, because they do imprison people. They have a very low crime rate, but the people that they do imprison, they don't like have them in like punishing conditions. They actually treat it as therapy. So, well, you weren't able to live in society for X or Y reason. So while you're here in prison, right, we'll try to rehabilitate you, so that you can go back to society in a better position and as a positive member of the community. Yeah, because they have them in like good living conditions, and then they even give them like opportunities to like develop themselves. So, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just try to like finish through this bit of the game, the ski area. We did do some modifications, so that took me a while. Primarily, I wanted to like work in this area, but like I got distracted with the high lake area. Yeah, and if you need to go somewhere, don't worry too much about it. Hopefully, whatever you need to do goes well. And in any case, the stream will be available on Twitch, and it should be available on YouTube when I upload it. And it should be together, since we did have a lot of buffers and like issues with the stream disconnecting. But let's see what Jats has to say. Yes. Building stuff done. Impressive. Thanks. Oh, hello. It's still me. Yes, it certainly is. Yes, well, as you know, I'm putting together a group of remarkable people to save the world. Yes. Right, and you know, the world is a lot colder than they thought. Especially around these parts. It certainly can bristle, the coat on your back. And I was wondering, if this group of, you know, extraordinary beings needed to get extraordinarily warm, even for a little bit. Oh. And their laser eyes weren't working today, because the wind makes them cry. How would they get around to keeping warm? How would? Yeah. Not that they don't know, of course they do. But they also couldn't help but notice the thick fur and fireplace back there. I see. Well, I would reckon these incredible people will have to first go on a critical mission. A mission? Yes, a mission of great importance. A rescue and recovery mission of crucial assets. They will be willing, no, inclined to go on this mission. Haha, yes, of course they would. The secret riches they will be so inclined to fetch are located near the coastline. In Whitestone Bay, a box of highly delicate material can be found near the end of the cliff. Message received. What's in the box? Some rocks. Rocks? Rocks. I see. It is of the utmost importance that this object is retrieved and delivered to me. Then we can see about warming up this crew. Aww. Jats knows that like Hank is like fluffy, but like still plays along with it. That's kinda cute. Go to Timber Crossing. I guess I have a new area that we can explore. Something yellow here? Lemons! It's to look at the map. I know there's a bus station somewhere around here. Oh, I just need to go down. Yeah, it is kind of concerning that the connection just keeps buffering or something like that. My internet seems fine, because it hasn't disconnected once. When it disconnected, what it told me that was that it was having difficulty finding my ID, which is that's pretty concerning. One level 3 bathroom. I think I only had level 2 bedrooms. Wait, I think I only had level 2 bedrooms, so... Where's the crafting? Not inventory crafting. But yeah, so... Not this, yeah, I think I only have level 2 bathrooms. Yeah. Hopefully it isn't anything serious, but once I'm done with the stream, I'll probably take a look into that, because yeah, that is a little problematic. I don't have 38 comfort level. Damn, some of these people are like getting very picky about like the things they want. Okay, so that's the new people. I need to go Timber Crossing. I need to go to High Lake to check the food. Managing between all of those locations is kind of like a little complicated. But I did say that I essentially had to like log out and log back in, but that would disturb the recordings. So yeah, that's probably something I'm gonna do after stream. Okay, this is High Lake. Here it is. Is the job complete? Yes. Congratulations! This greatly benefits the location. Guests will now have higher expectations. Okay. I will offer a higher payout in return. Further improvements available at this location. You must now successfully complete the following task. The build one level 2 dining room at High Lake. Reward 450 coins. Yes. Level 2 dining room. That's not gonna be possible for a bit. Alright, then yeah, that'll probably be after stream as well. But I think we should be able to send a whisper. Let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, 2 apples. This one's empty, but we found some food around. Maybe the mess, because I'm not. I've been on Twitch, but I haven't used all of its functions, so there's some things that are like a little, still like a little off to me. Like I don't know how to operate them well. But I think Twitter might be an option as well. Trades. I know Gus is Gus is taking care of the first area. Don't have to worry too much about it. what I do need to worry about is the finances, because I did build things. So Gus won't work if he doesn't have a budget. I wasn't really like a big Twitter user, and I'm still kind of not. Honestly, I don't really use a lot of social media. That's something kind of like more like new, or yeah, something kind of more like new or recent. Twitter is just because I've seen others use Twitter as like the main form of communication, right? But the most commonly used apps have been maybe Instagram and TikTok. That's just for the memes. But place I was actually like a part of, or that I was actually invested in, was Tumblr, but Tumblr's dead. Tumblr died when it changed hands. Oh, food's taken care of here. Hive request. Go to Whitestone, bait your timber crossing. Timber crossing. Discord, I use this to communicate with my friends, but being active in other groups, not a lot. Not a lot, actually. I've always been a little bit of a lurker, more than like oh, is that the area that's open now? That's still blocked. Area exit. I think it's on the side here. The only other thing I can think of that I participated in. Okay. Was DeviantArt as well. Oh my gosh. Can I actually take this without like getting stung? Interesting. Yeah, because you could still enjoy things while you're lurking, right? Oh, it's the little rat. Whoa there. Little guy coming through. Watch your step. Oh shoot, sorry Wade. If it's no bother, mister. I'm used to a little trampling. Come to take me back to the boss again? What? No, I wasn't even looking for you. Oh, I see. Didn't I just bring you back? What are you doing here anyway? If Mr. A didn't send ya, please don't tell him I'm gone, mister. I don't think he'll notice either way. He seemed pretty fussed about it last time. He even came out all the way to my house just to get me to look for you. Did he really? Well, that's just because he finally figured I was behind on my scavenge quota. You wouldn't believe how much garbage is actually just useless junk. Takes a real keen eye and a moist sniffer to fish out the real good stuff. And even then, it's really good enough, Wade. You're lucky you got lucky, Wade. Don't put that in your mouth, Wade. I get that last one a lot. I thought that if he sent after me, he must at least miss me, right? Maybe cared a little. But as soon as you were gone, he just put me back to digging in the muck. Guess that's all I'm good for. Pair of paws. I'm sure that's not true. You're also very easy to accidentally step on. Thank you, I appreciate you saying that. So anyway, I left again. I reckon maybe the garbage is green on the other side. Like he always said, Reverish doesn't wait around for trash, Wade. Yes, very sensible. He's always so smart, Mr. A. Anyways, I was just about to go blind with hunger before you came along. So if I'm not keeping you... Wait, I can help with that. I just recently learned how to cook stuff all on my own. And well, I don't want to brag, but I know the boiling temperature for water almost every time. The trick is not to test it with your mouth. That does sound pretty delicious. And well, if it isn't too much of a bother, there's one thing I really like to try. A kind of soup. Saw it in a movie once. They don't make lots of those for rats, you know. Ratatouille? Onion soup. Okay. Yeah, when I was in high school, I was a part of TV and arts. And I actually participated in some groups. But like, it didn't last long because obviously people have like their own schedules. It was still like a very interesting experience, and even though I'm kind of like shy about it, right? I will probably do it again. Because again, sometimes by putting yourself out there, you end up coming across interesting situations. Instagram gives me a little bit of trouble. When I was setting up the Instagram link, or like I was also trying to set up the Instagram post feed, it wouldn't even though I just created the account, right? It gave me issues about it, right? As if the account had been like existed beforehand. So I'll check that again, since Instagram has just given me issues in general. You know, it's funny. I just stopped to catch my breath. It's as if I was waiting for you to show up. Wouldn't you know it? A little birdie and angel. It's so spirited bear noises. I haven't been to the bay in ages. I forgot how purple the sky can get sometimes. That brief moment, when the sun confronts the sea, before calling it a night and promising to return the next day. The captain always had stories about the sun and the moon. No matter where he went, he said, they always kept their distance. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like, I could tell when the neighbors get back from work. Oh my gosh. But hopefully then, maybe you guys didn't hear the neighbors coming back from work, but I certainly did. Right. They always kept their distance from the sailors. But still they seemed to egg them on, teasing them with a rare dance, barely twice a day. Like a dog with a ball, desperately asking you to draw it straight from their mouth. You always get dreaming about around large bodies of water. Name shade? Let me take a look at this. Ah, yes, Instagram. Don't... Ba-da-ba-bum. Right, if the link down there isn't, working... Errand Boy by Shades, yep. Yeah, that's the one. That should be the one. Honestly, so when I was making the original set of stickers, right? I had like a couple sets that I posted on Instagram, and I also posted them on Twitter so that people could like vote on which ones they wanted to like work with, or like which ones they wanted for the stream. I do have like some additional stickers. I just haven't done any voting since then. Because I kind of have become invested in like getting some specific stickers to come out. But I think they work out pretty well, some of the selections. Yeah. I'll take a look into that then. I'll just like do a little scan of the entire page then, because I wasn't even like. I hope the Twitter link works then. Because I hope that there's no issues with them. I think the way that you link them, it's a bit of an interesting way where you actually link them to your account so that people can go directly to it. But if it's just like given issues in general, I'll just put like the how I put it in chat, like the HTTPS page rather than like the direct link. Curious bird noises. You know, it's a real shame not a single boat's been on this side of the Ballion in so long. It's way too dangerous, of course. No lighthouse to guide them all. Some just miss the captain's stories. He even called in from his ship every once in a while. The radio static building up the tension. Well, he painted a canvas with his words. I thought a lot about that static recently, but I have hardly any luck in finding a receiver. There used to be one up in the lighthouse before it all went down the crapper. Do you reckon you'd be up for another little investigation for an old hag? Okay. And the address? Okay. Then, yeah, I'll get to fixing that then. Because, I wasn't even aware that the Instagram one didn't work. I'll put it as, how it is, and, I'll try to test it to see if it works, and if it still has some issues, then, I'll just put both links. What the heck is this? The flight. What? It's dark, and Red Mantle will develop the world. His ardent claws will tear your soul from its fleshy prison. His blood-red eyes are so dreamy. A crimson moon will rise upon the world. Bet it'll look wicked. Okay. Interesting. A lot of the side characters that we come across might actually become our staff, so we might be able to have the flights as a staff member in the future. Yeah. There's something I came here for and I'm getting distracted by like foraging. Which I'm glad I got the fanny pack upgrade because definitely needed it. Oh, it's appreciated because sometimes I don't pick up on things like this. And when somebody lets me know, it does help. Because oh my gosh, yesterday I was so focused in making sure that I've been having trouble with the controller, right? And I have mentioned before that I like to play on controller because it's easier on my hands. Like, I already do a lot of manual work with my hands, right? And I just essentially have given myself carpal tunnel over time, right? And sometimes playing on keyboard just makes my wrist hurt pretty badly. So the controller makes it better for me to be able to like play longer on streams and without like having the issues of pain or stuff like that. So sometimes I get so distracted by one thing that I had to do that I forget to like verify or check some of the other things I had to do. In this case, I thought that the links were pretty well secured, so I didn't check them because I've been trying to like get other things up and running on the stream, especially since we have affiliate. There's some things I definitely want to do as rewards for people, right? Hi just haven't like made a lot of progress yet, right? But I try to get at least some basic things done for people. Yeah, some basic things done for people. But there's still much more that can be worked out. For example, channel points are one thing that I want to tackle. But I need to think of what I can realistically do for channel points, right? Like 400 channel points, highlighting the message will work out pretty well. Yeah, I was looking into it, right? And it's Microsoft. It's just Microsoft. Because sometimes Microsoft, being a large company, they'll like try to tie in like their third-party deals, even though like maybe you don't want to be a part of them. And it can create issues for some of the other programs that you're working with. So it does seem that controllers sometimes are like affected by that. And then at that point, they just recommend that you connect the controller with a wire cable, which is what I'm currently doing. But it does mean that I have to disconnect something from my computer in order to like have the controller connected. It's a bit tedious. Yeah, usually like to not have that problem, you're supposed to do like hand exercises, right? But hand exercises, taking time to like do something good for yourself. But usually once it starts, there really isn't like a good way to deal with it. There's some gloves, like arthritis gloves that you can wear. You can wear them while you're like doing the activity, or you can wear them when you go to sleep to help like minimize pain or like damage to the hands. But it's just like what's it called? Dangers of the career. Kind of like how hatters back in the day, they would like since they were exposed to like I think lead, right? Eventually like they will suffer the after effects of it. So it's kind of like a bit unavoidable. A hub? What's a hub? Because a lot of these things I learn as I'm going through them, or like either figure them out, or I'm just informed about them. Because I'm not too familiar with some of these things. What I'm using as my controller, since I have an Xbox One, is a Xbox One controller. I know that there's better controllers that I could use to play overall, right? But I'm not gonna be able to. Oh, that! I just kind of know it as an extender. Like between Spanish and English, sometimes words so like correlate to each other, right? So in Spanish, that'd be like una extensión, right? But like that's a translated in English, right? So like English is the hub. Damn it, I forgot about that. No, I already have one. I have way too many cables on my desktop. So I had to disconnect something to connect the controller, which what I disconnected is my desktop light, since I get a light from the camera itself. But it's a little inconvenient. That's about it. Yeah, because since I have the mouse connected, I have the camera connected, I have the microphone connected, and then like there's a cooling fan that's also connected, an external drive. So there's just like a lot of things that just take up spaces I really can't disconnect for. So the only thing that I could disconnect as my good option was the light. But it does come down to eventually either upgrading my equipment or changing things around, because I am working with a laptop. It is a laptop that has a really good capacity, right? But at this point, it is falling behind on some things. The spaghetti monster has personally come to touch the heart of Amato, like to become an apostle to spread the word of the spaghetti monster. That used to be like actually like popular in my high school, just because it was a meme. Well, it started off as a meme, it actually became a religion. The flying spaghetti monster. This flying spaghetti monster does not care about like the sauce that you use can be green sauce, red sauce, white sauce. Because the flying spaghetti monster knows the flavor comes in different colors and textures. Yeah, we would like preach like that about the flying spaghetti monster. There was like there was a little bit of a reason behind it, but it was at the end of the day a meme. But yeah, eventually I will have to do equipment upgrades. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, because I just had to be responsible for certain in real life things. I have mentioned before that my room gets really hot during the summer, and I do have a chinchilla as a pet. So even though we do have an AC, sometimes the AC is unreliable and will break down during the summer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like a bedroom AC, just so I have my chinchilla covered. And yeah, just setting things up for my chinchilla before the summer comes, so that like he doesn't go through it, because they're very sensitive to heat. But a bedroom AC is actually pretty. It is a bit expensive, right? So I had to save up for it. I do cooperate with payments in the house. So anything that I want to do, I had to like make a list of like, okay, well, what's the most important thing that I had to do, and then just go off on that. And sometimes I don't get to have savings. But if it gives like my sister's like peace of mind, I don't like mind putting the money aside for them, because we have a phrase amongst this my siblings, right? That it's monkey kill no monkey, right? Like you help me, I help you. So following that philosophy, sometimes I don't mind being broke to help them out. But yeah, it's just gonna take a while. Yeah, honestly, being able to go wireless might be the best option. It's I'm a little concerned about it though, because I do sometimes go pretty long for streams, and I'm just kind of worried that like the wireless will like run out of battery before I even finish a stream, which will be a never situation. But yeah, you know, little by little we'll make progress and we'll like work things out. It's a little rough, especially since I am doing the majority of this by myself. But you know, eventually little things add up, and they become like a snowball. Any luck finding a radio receiver? Approving bear noises. Oh goodness, yes, that's it. Give it here. Darling. Come on, you piece of... Oh, excuse me. Tonight at 5, we finally find out what differentiates a hippo from a sippo. This game is so silly with some of the things that comes up with. Yeah, because when okay, the hub that I have at the moment holds for 4, right? But when I was like looking at the hubs, right? Even though it might have like multiple connections, right? They also have like different capacities, and depending on the things that you connect, the hub may not entirely work because some of the things that you connect may be over capacity for the hub. So the one that I currently have, even though it has only like 4 ports, it has a really good capacity. But yeah, again, I'll be just making those upgrades little by little, eventually. Oh, you little. Now a new study published suggests that yes, crabs do think people walk sideways. Just 5 days before the annual showing of the lights, a yearly tradition that's been a staple. Wait. For children and parents alike, the festivity now recognized as a national holiday brings a joyful reminder to people all over the country of the independence they fought for almost 15 years ago. But no one will be celebrating as hard as the party animals on this new Pond Line cruiser liner. This is it! Cheers in the background. I'll tell you what, Gary. Working below minimum wage feels like the last... Oh wait, this is a radio. I'll tell you what, Gary. Working below minimum wage feels like the last thing on these people's minds right now. Or mine. I have somewhere to be. Does this mean that like her husband has been kidnapped on this line cruise this entire time? Is he there willingly or is he like essentially kidnapped? Judson Winterberry. Alright, we have a lot of things that we can work with, and I think this might actually be a good place to like end the stream. Because we got a little bit more story with Barbara. We might have a new employee being Wade because he started working for Mr. Anthony. We have new people that we have met, and we're making progress in the winter, not the winter area, the snow area. But yeah, I think this should be a good place to save. Wait, not... Does... Your progress will be safe. Yes, please. I was a little worried about that. Alright. But, thank you guys for joining me on today's stream. And yeah, I'll like check some of the things that I have already put up and see if there's anything gimmicky about them. Because we did have some issues with some of the things while trying to put them up and like setting them up. $127 items? Isn't that like I forgot what it's called, but like I think it's called like a mine or farm. I don't remember, but I think houses are like kind of look like that. 127 items. Oh my gosh. But yeah, again, I'll like definitely take a look into some of those things and just make sure that like they're functional. And yeah, I'm like trying to remember. There's something that slips my mind. I think it's the schedule. So, normally I used to have the schedule consistent in like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, let's say like that, right? Like every Tuesday, Wednesday. But there's some shenanigans at work, and the schedule's a little bit iffy, right? So more than like putting like when it's gonna happen consistently in the week, I'll just post when it's gonna happen the next time. Because for example, let's say we start a new week. We start a new week this Monday, right? But due to shenanigans, right? What was supposed to be the typical schedule wouldn't work this time, right? So I wouldn't actually like so I think next Monday we should have the days posted up for what the schedule is supposed to be like during that week. Because yeah, we're shenanigans, and hopefully by that time, we'll have like a consistent schedule. Because that is something that I was discussing with my work, and it was promised. It's just that during this week and potentially next week, it might be a little bit of a special situation due to different circumstances. But yeah, so look forward to that. I'll try to have it up in the schedule here on Twitch, right? And I also make an announcement on Twitter and Instagram, because I have been neglecting the Instagram for that as well. Yeah, it's just it's gonna be temporary schedule for now. And then once it becomes consistent, then it'll be like yeah, like a consistent schedule. But yeah, so I'll make announcements about what the upcoming schedule will be like. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on today's stream, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.